Murder mystery, where every clue counts and every twist surprises. Welcome back, mystery lovers. Today we're diving into a story that blurs the line between fiction and reality, a tale of time travel, suspense, and a murder written before it happened. When a best-selling sci-fi author is found dead, the only clue left behind is a page from their unpublished manuscript, describing their own death. Buckle up for the time-traveling murder. Chapter 1, The Final Chapter. Famed science fiction writer Elliot Grange was known for his wildly imaginative books, time portals, paradoxes, and killer artificial intelligence. But none of his stories were stranger than the real-life one that ended his career and his life. He was found slumped at his writing desk in his penthouse apartment in downtown Seattle, a single page clutched in his hand. Typed on his vintage typewriter, the page read, "At exactly 2:17 a.m., a sharp blow to the back of the skull ends the life of Elliot Grange." He falls forward onto his desk, unaware that the killer is still in the room. Time of death? 2:17 a.m. Cause of death? Blunt force trauma to the back of the skull. It wasn't fiction anymore. Chapter 2, Enter the Detective. Detective Frank Banner didn't like gadgets, sci-fi, or fancy theories. He was a man of facts and gut instinct, gritty, gruff, and forever stuck in the 70s. But a murder based on a manuscript? That was new. At the scene, Banner examined the typewriter. The paper was still fresh, ink not yet fully dry. No signs of forced entry. The security camera outside the apartment had been mysteriously fried, burned out as if by an electrical surge. Banner muttered, "We've got ourselves a nerdy ghost story." Until the neighbor next door mentioned something even stranger. She said Elliot told her he had seen his own death. Said it came to him from the future. Chapter 3, The Manuscript. Elliot's publisher delivered a copy of the rest of the manuscript. The book was called Echoes of Tomorrow and it wasn't finished. But the first 10 chapters read more like a confession than a novel. Each chapter was about someone Elliot knew, his editor, his ex-wife, his assistant, his rival author. And in each chapter, he predicted something terrible happening to them, days before it actually did. So far, 2 of the events had already occurred. Chapter 3 ended with a bizarre quote. "The killer walks backward through time, wearing yesterday's face." Was Elliot predicting his killer's identity? Or losing his mind? Chapter 4, The Sci-Fi Circle. Elliot wasn't just an author, he was part of an underground society of sci-fi enthusiasts, coders, and theoretical physicists who called themselves the Chrono Circle. They believed time wasn't linear, it was layered. Among them, Dr. Marina Vale, a physicist fired from a university for dangerous experimentation. Silas Kane, a reclusive writer who accused Elliot of stealing his ideas. And Noah Grange, Elliot's estranged son, a tech genius who hadn't spoken to his father in years. Detective Banner interviewed each of them. Marina spoke of machines that could peek seconds into the future. Silas handed over letters Elliot had written, dates on them that hadn't happened yet. And Noah? He simply said, "My father knew too much about what he shouldn't have." Chapter 5, The Loop Theory. Elliot's study revealed something chilling. In a hidden drawer was a blueprint. A rough design of what looked like a temporal feedback loop generator, a theoretical machine used to replay short bursts of time repeatedly. Beside it, Elliot had written, "If this works, I'll see my death before it happens. Maybe I can stop it." But he hadn't stopped it. Had someone used the machine against him? Banner began to believe this wasn't about science fiction, it was about dangerous science fact. Chapter 6, The Clue in the Code. Elliot's old typewriter, upon deeper inspection, wasn't just a typewriter. It had been modified, rigged with a microprocessor and a basic algorithm. Noah confirmed that the device could receive inputs via shortwave radio. In theory, someone could send a typed message from another point in time. Banner asked, "So, you're telling me your father might have gotten that murder page before it happened?" Noah hesitated. He didn't just get it. He sent it to himself. He wanted to prove time messaging worked. But if he wrote it himself, Banner said, why didn't he stop it? Noah looked up. Because someone made sure he couldn't. Chapter 7, Yesterday's Killer. Banner's attention turned back to Silas Kane. He had motive, jealousy. He had the knowledge. and he had no alibi for 2:17 a.m. But something was off. Elliot's final chapter, Chapter 11, was missing from the manuscript, until Banner received a package at the precinct, with no return address. Inside, Chapter 11. I know who you are. You're from a future I didn't live to see. But you couldn't let me warn them, could you? Banner confronted Noah. In tears, he admitted the truth. He was the one who struck the blow. Not out of malice, but out of panic. Elliot's experiments were beginning to destabilize local time. He feared his father's obsession would destroy everything. So he used the loop to deliver the message and hoped it would be enough to stop him. Epilogue, Echoes of Tomorrow. Noah turned himself in. The manuscript was locked away. The machine, if you could call it that, was dismantled and hidden from the world. Detective Frank Banner, still skeptical of all things science fiction, returned to his office. But late one night, alone at his desk, he noticed a single piece of paper in his typewriter. Typed, crisp, and fresh. Banner. Don't follow the next case. It's not meant for you. FB. He stared at it. Then pulled out a match. And set it aflame. And that, mystery lovers, is the time-traveling murder. If this twisty tale blew your mind, leave a like, share it with a fellow time traveler, and subscribe for more strange stories from the edge of reason. Until next time, keep questioning what's real and what's not.